Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeff McLean. I'm the fleet captain for this year, and I'm pleased to welcome you to our 84th annual opening day. At this time, we'd like to introduce our Commodore, Mr. Rob House.
Thank you, Jeff. Good afternoon, everyone. Please stand and come to attention as we invite all the young to sing the Canadian National Anthem. Please turn and face the flag. Those wearing hats, please salute as the Canadian flag and the capital city liturgy are raised.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you very much. Please remain standing. Now, could we please have all hats removed to honor all club members that have passed this year? Lori Wood, Penny Lathan, Donna Shadley, Alan Beck, Colin Borg, Marlene Hartley, Bill Hennis, and Chris Stask. A moment of silence. Good afternoon, members, friends, and invited guests. Thank you all for coming to the Capital City Yacht Club's 84th annual opening day. I would like to thank everyone who helped make this day special. Sailpast is a time to celebrate our club and our members and signify the start of a new boating season. The group of men and women standing to my left are our past Commodores. They have spent many years as directors, fleet captains, rear and vice Commodores, and finally become Commodore. Their devotion and time they put in is commendable. I thank each and every one of you for stepping up on behalf of Capital City Yacht Club. On my right are our flag officers, executive directors, trustees, and auxiliary executive who have stepped up to help direct our club. They have each devoted a lot of time and effort to make our club better. I thank them on behalf of members, and I personally would like to thank them for helping me through this year as Commodore and acknowledge that you are only as good as the team supporting you. This team has been excellent to work with, and I appreciate all the work they're doing. Thank you. While I'm thanking people, I'd like to thank the grounds crew led by Steve Orcherson and the wharves and safety crew led by Steve Beggs for getting things in ship shape and for on their ongoing work to maintain our beautiful facilities. These same individuals step up every year to help make this day a success. You all know who you are, and we sincerely thank you for all you do for the club. I would like to thank all the people behind the scenes that work day in and day out. Office volunteers, auxiliary, work crew, committee members. Thank you all for your contributions to make our club a great success. Last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank Mo and Lynn Gerard and our fleet captain Jeff McLean for all the work they did organizing this event and all its festivities. And my last and most important thank you goes to my wife, Margaret, for being by my side. Capital City Yacht Club is a very successful yacht club because it runs on volunteers who do all the work. It's because of our volunteers that we're able to keep our costs and our down and our members lower than other yacht clubs. Remember that the more you put in, the more you get out. Camaraderie, new friends, and lots of fun. Capital City Yacht Club is a good community neighbor. Parkland School, North Saanich, Sydney Fire Departments, and local charities are grateful for our support as we are grateful to be in this community. All of this is why CCYC Yacht Club is why CCYC is a yacht club that we are all very proud to belong to. I will now introduce the visiting Commodores and dignitaries. I would ask that you step forward as your burgee is raised. Please hold your applause until all the names are read. Canadian Forces Sailing Association, Rear Commodore Bethany Devlin and partner Ben Sproul. Fidelio Yacht Club, Commodore Eric Addison and wife Julia. Maple Bay Yacht Club, Commodore Candace Spilsbury. Denali Yacht Club, Commodore Len Ferris and wife Corey. Royal Victoria Yacht Club, past Commodore Dale Gann. City North Saanich Yacht Club, Commodore Kevin Crawford and wife Kate. District of North Saanich, Mayor Peter Jones. Reverend being part of our celebration. I would now like to invite out our recent past Commodore Mo Gerard to introduce the past Commodores in attendance today.
Hi, I'm Mo Gerard. I'm the most recent past Commodore here. But I'd like to, it's my distinct honor to introduce all of our past Commodores in attendance. So starting immediate up left here is Dave Cooper. Dave will be 104 next October. He's already 104. Next is Norm Lim, Commodore 1990. Murray Christian, Commodore 1994. Bob Proctor, Commodore 1996. Ed Ackerman, Commodore 1997. Jack Shadley, Commodore 1998. Ian Borman, 2001. Peter Jennings, 2010. Greg McKay, 2011. Dale Pearson, 2012. Terry Sandwith, 2013. Sean Hartley, 2014. Terry Forsyth, 2015. Kurt Belanger, 2017. Frank White, 2019. Jay Bull, also commonly known today as Birthday Boy. Commodore 2021. Gord Swanson, 2022. And last but not least, myself, 2024 and 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. I would like to now to introduce the flag officers, directors, and trustees. Flag officers, Vice Commodore George Silvestrini. Rear Commodore Brett Hartley. Fleet Captain Jeff McLean. Directors, most important, Bar Wayne Bennett. Matt Lewis, Clubhouse. Marcos Carretero, Communications. Ken Olson, Council of BC Yacht Clubs. Vacant Entertainment. Anybody want to? Steve Archison, Ground. Gord Lidstone, Membership. Bert Vince, Marriage. Mo Gerard, Planning and Capital Improvements. Suzanne Pettigrew, Regalia. David Hall, Roster. Steve Beggs, Wharves and Safety. Our trustees today, Frank White, 3rd year. Kurt Belanger, 2nd year. Jennifer Lewis, 1st year. Now I'd like to ask Auxiliary President Lynn Gerard to come up and introduce her executive.
Thank you, Rob. And welcome everyone to Sailpast 2026. Before I introduce my executive, I would like to talk about our treasured signal flags that are on display this afternoon. These are the original, handmade signal flags that have been around since the mid-60s. They were made by hand by members of the auxiliary, led by Carolyn Halgeson, and supported by her husband, Norman. These two individuals were the caregivers of the flags until 2016, when they made the decision to pass the wand to a very special caring member named Shannon Bridge. Shannon was honored to be asked and gladly took over the responsibilities that came with that job. Shannon asked me to acknowledge and thank you the group of members that came out yesterday to iron the flags and give them some TLC. They were Sandy Matthews, Sandra Strickland, Margaret House, Diane Bentley, and Heather Gartshore. And not to be forgotten, the crew of volunteers that installed the poles and the hardware for their display today. For everyone's information, this is what these traditional signal flags are saying, and they actually do say something. To welcome you from the water side, from the basin, they say, welcome to Capital City Yacht Club. Have a safe and happy cruising season. To welcome you to the club from land, they say, ahoy skippers and first mates, Sailpast 2026. In closing, I am honored to introduce my executive for 2026. I am proud of these individuals. I could not do my job without their support. My lovely Vice President Shannon Bridge, my Treasurer Jean Fife, and my Secretary Gwen Greenwood. Thank you.
Reverend Nick Parker, and ask him for blessing of the fleet.
You know, I have to thank Marlene Hartley, who would have been 93 today, God rest her soul. She was the one who got me to do this yacht club gig. Somehow I passed the test, 3 years in, I guess. However, I was a little bit suspect when a member of this yacht club, Lynn, invited me to partake in the procession to the dock and toast of a wee dram of scotch. But then as an afterthought, she said, or apple juice. I mean, do I look like an apple juice kind of guy to you? I mean, come on. Nevertheless, loving and gracious God, we ask your presence upon our blessing of this fleet. We thank you for the beauty of this community and the mighty waters that surround this island. May we always use and care for your gifts of the land and the sea in a way that is pleasing to you as stewards. May we all enjoy fair winds and following seas as you guide us in the days ahead. In your holy and awesome name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Parker. I will now ask our Membership Director, Gord Lidstone, to recognize those members who have achieved long service.
It is my pleasure to announce the long-serving members' service awards at the Capital City Yacht Club. We will start with 25-year awards as follows. Now I will announce these names. Please don't come forward. Come see me afterwards. We have a long list of long-serving members. Again, starting with 25-year members. Don Mossman, Dean Anderson, Lloyd Gibson, Walt Phillips, Wayne Smith, Jerry Mounts, Mike Asmussen, Glenn Judson, Gordon Atchison, Michael Borman, and George R.J. Burrows. These are all our 25-year award winners. Moving on to 30-year members. Lana Story, Jay Bull, and Greg McKay. Next Next at 35 years, Chris Neal, Paul Hodge, Michael Dalzell, and Barbara Craven. Years. It's amazing. Gene Fife, Steve Biggs. Now, Steve, I know you lost a hat, but we got you a new one. Don Kerr, Bob Proctor, all 40 years. Such long service. It's amazing. Now, and we're not done. We have 45-year service people. But what, did they join when they were 3 years old? You have to survive the wait list. That's enough. Now, Ted Hanman at 45 years. He looks so good. Glenn Morrison, 45 years. That's all the 45s. Now, I thought, well, what about the 50s? There was one last year, and guess what? I couldn't find one. So I got out my microscope, and I went, wait a minute. Way up at number 7 and 8, 2 at 55 years of service. Debbie Knowles and Trevor Matthews. It is with great regret I do not have a 104-year pin, but if I did, I know what I'd do with it. Thank you. I'll see you all later.
Thank you, Gord, and congratulations to all the members who were recognized today. I will now ask our Fleet Captain Jeff McLean to come back and address the fleet for instructions.
Actually, maybe I won't. Okay. To all the members who have stepped up and helped with today's event, and in past years, huge thank you. It does not happen overnight. It takes a lot of planning. We appreciate your efforts. They've not gone unnoticed and truly appreciated. There's no way we could have done this without all of you. A special thanks to our piper, Kelly Reveal, Gord Swanson for looking after the ensigns and the burgees, Shannon Bridge for the flags, Paula Young for singing the anthem, Reverend Nick Parker for blessing of the fleet, videographer in the back there, George Burrow, and Jay and Donna Bull for looking after the registration check-in. At registration, members whose vessels are in the Sailpast were provided with a handout with the Sailpast instructions, a chartlet, and an order of the boats. If you don't have a copy, there are more available in the clubhouse. At 1500 hours, Lunacy will lead the fleet to the salute. The order of the fleet that follows is described in the handout. All communication will be on channel 72. Please monitor this channel for any ongoing instructions. After all the boats have formally saluted the Commodore, please hold back for one final salute, Capital City Yacht Club style. After the Sailpast parade, we look forward to the rest of the evening's activities. Happy hour is in the clubhouse at 16:30 hours. The Cornutton Trophy winners will be announced at 1700. I hope you guys have all read the instructions for that one. The big surprise was no sunglasses. Take those off as you salute the captain, or the Commodore, sorry. Followed by the social visiting and barbecue with your fellow club members.
We're shady lady here.
No, you guys are.
That's all the past followers are on.
Oh, okay. We were getting lost.
Yep.
Is everybody?